Good morning, you guys. I want to talk to y'all about our portals and the entryways for the enemy to get in, because the enemy gets in when we open the door for them. Him and his little demon seeds. He only can get in and use you if you allow him to. And this is why we got to be careful about opening the door for the enemy. And because we have several openings on us, these are the ways that the enemy get in. These are the ways. What did y'all in that Antichrist video? What did the Antichrist say? He said lust of the eyes, about the music, about what you seeing, like the flicks and promoting vanity and all of these things, which are, we see all of his tricks because of our portals, the things we listening to, the things we're watching, the things we're putting in our mouth, our tongue itself. We know the Bible says how powerful our tongue is. It's so small, but it can produce so much evil if we allow it to. You know, our skin, I always talk to you about how our skin is the sixth sense. Our feelings is the sixth sense. But we have feelings because of our skin, because of our flesh. The opening, our skin is an opening to our flesh. All the pores that you have. This is a big one, and people don't really understand. Your skin is one of your biggest organs. It's one of your biggest organs. And we allow the enemy to get in all these ways. This is why it's important to be careful about who you have around you, because a lot of us have a bunch of Judas spirits around us, bunch of Jezebels, bunch of Ahabs, a bunch of these demonic spirits that's around you. And when you're around these people, that spirit can jump onto you. You are allowing, you're opening that door for the enemy to be able to use you as a host. And we can't allow the enemy to use us. What you watch, you consuming only certain type of content, watching certain type of movies, watching all them horror movies, all these killings, all of this stuff, it can start to get to you and affect you. The things you're listening to, the frequency of this music, like I've been saying. And it don't matter, because they make it seem like rap is the only negative genre of music. But all types of music can have a negative impact on you. But what did Satan say in the video? He is the father of music. He was the father of music when he was up there. He had them vibing to all his beats. It doesn't matter about one genre. Satan owns the whole music industry. Everything is his, because he uses his tactics in every genre. Look at how I've been telling you about that love music, about the R&B music. He uses it all. He uses it all. This is why a lot of the women be going out sad over a man, because of the music we listen to with this love and what these people be saying in their songs. You know, how they are allowing a man, how it's better to have a piece of a man than a whole man. Now you got other women out here saying that. So they're okay with being, you know, these homewreckers that people say. I don't really like the word homewrecker, because it's like, you know, everybody takes accountability. You have to open the door for a person to wreck your home. If your man or your woman don't open the door for that, it can't happen. But when you open the door, best believe that little monitoring spirit gonna fly in. What happens when we open our doors at home? Bugs come in. Them flies will come right in. Come in with one of their buddies. Now you got 2 flies in your home, and now you trying to swat and kill them all. But we open the door. So you got this music that's telling these girls it's better to have a piece of man than to have no man. It's better, like, it's ridiculous to me. So now you got the girls out here, okay, well, let me just get a piece of her man. I don't care if I can only get him. What the song say? I'm gonna have you on the weekends. Like, what? No, you're not gonna just, like, what? I'm not playing second best. Like, what? I'm not, no, when you get time, like, and this music. And y'all say it's just the rap, even the heavy metal music. that causes them to hit their head up against stuff and all this destruction. The overall music category as a whole is deadly. That's all Satan's. It all belongs to Satan. It all belongs to him. It's not just rap, but rap is geared to one community. Love is geared to one community. R&B is geared to one community. Yes, men listen to it, but most women listen to that because it's, it seems more, it's lighter, it's not so hard like rap and all of that. It's not heavy metal. It's not pop, So Satan targets groups by the masses. So he's going to target the women. He's going to target the men. He could target the women through the love songs. He could target the men through the rap, through the heavy metal, for the other, ethnicities that listen to that, and it still caused them destruction. The whole overall music thing as a whole is all tricks of the enemy. That's why we got to be careful when we listen to it, what we take from it. We can't, soon as a song, just like the Act Bad song, to see how quick that girl and Diddy got people out here ready to act bad because they tired of being a good girl to a man. So now they ready to wreak havoc, because y'all letting these men that's suffering from demons too trick y'all out y'all spot. Now y'all ready to be hoes. Y'all letting Jezebel spirited women lead y'all to be women that's not y'all, not even realizing what put that Jezebel spirit on her. Y'all don't know that a lot of these 304s that y'all call it now, child, I be just so, you can tell I'm getting older. You can just tell I'm getting older because I was like, what is a 304? Like, but a couple years ago it was a thought. It was a roller. Back in mine when I was growing up, we called rollers. Use a bobblehead, use a bopper, like all these were names that, I grew up on. And it became a thought. It's not, they got all these names for a hoe now. And a lot of times y'all don't know that the hoes became hoes because they was molested. They was raped. That spirit was put onto them. A lot of these men molested, raped. The spirit was put onto them. That's why a lot of them are so promiscuous as well. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. These spirits, y'all don't know what's behind these people, but then y'all see these girls in the forefront telling y'all to act bad, telling y'all to not be that good sanctified girl no more, telling her to be free with y'all. Y'all letting the Jezebels convince y'all to be wild and free with your body because they wild and free with their body. And I told y'all, I know I was a Jezebel. I was that girl, very promiscuous. I've been there, so I know. And what I told y'all, I was molested. So at a very young age, so that spirit was put on me. So I'm not gonna sit here, and I know what it has really done overall. It brings you more harm than good, giving your body to all these different men. Opening your portals. One of your main portals, that vagina. Opening your portals to let the enemy up in you. Letting him put his fluid up in you. Now you wondering why you get up out the bed, you feeling these demonic ways of yourself. You feeling bad about yourself. You feeling less valuable. We gotta be careful about who you have around you, who you allowing in you, who you mixing your fluids with, baby. You can't just go mixing fluids with everybody. We gotta be careful. That's why you get these soul ties and you wonder why you can't break this nigga. Why you so stuck on this dude? And he wondering why he's so stuck on you, why he's stalking you. You didn't let him up in your portal. You opened the portal. You let him up in you. You let him up in you. Now he carrying around a piece of you on the tip of his thing. That little hole that they got. You got some residue left up in him. Now he gonna stick it into this is how them diseases be carrying. Men think that they just they exempt to diseases or whatever because they don't have an opening. They're not wide open. But that little hole that you do got, that's all Satan need is a little opening. Just an inch. Just a centimeter to get into you. It don't matter how small the opening is. Look at our skin pores. You can barely see them. But he can get in. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the size. The enemy will get in any way, no matter how small or big the opening is. he will get in. You have to be careful about who you allowing in you, who you allowing around you, what you're listening to, what you're watching, what you're saying out your mouth, because the power of the tongue is not a joke. We speak life with this tongue. We can kill with this tongue. A lot of us been verbally abused. Look at what the verbal abuse has done to us. Made us feel like we don't mean nothing because of the power of this that someone has spoken to us. You know, we gotta be careful. We gotta be careful. Our senses, these 6 senses, because we have 6. That 6th one is our feelings that nobody wants to acknowledge. Now everybody wonder why everybody walking around emotionally unavailable, because no one ever felt like their feelings mattered. People's feelings been invalidated. People are not heard when they do express how they feel, you know. So we have to understand the tricks of the enemy and how he uses those very 6 senses. Those very 6 senses to harm us. How we use those 6 senses as openings to let the enemy come in and use us. We're the host. If we stop allowing the enemy in, he can't come in. If you keep your door closed, locked, and bolted, he can't come in. You know? So I ain't about to make this video too long, but be careful, man. Pay attention to what you're consuming. Like, pay attention to how things make you feel after listening to it, after watching it, when you're around these people. Because especially when you're around people, because a lot of people are so afraid to be alone, that you just be around anybody. You know, I'm a very observant person. Like I say, I collect data. Like, so I'll be under certain comments, just observing what the people saying, especially because I be in like these therapists, I be on the doctors, the psychologist videos, looking in the comments at what everybody's saying, you know, how so many people feel like because people is family, they really feel like they have to just deal with it, because I mean, that's my family, so I have to just deal with it. Not realizing that you have authority over your life. God has given you authority to trample over serpents. He's given you the authority. And if you allow people to treat you any kind of way, they will. You have to make people stand on something. What you allow will continue. And it does not matter the title. The world, society has us so obsessed with titles. And these very people with these titles be the one that cause the most destruction on you because of their titles. The most people with these titles. Look at your pastors. These titles that they have. But look at the very reason the people that ran away from the church. Because of these people with these titles, that they gave them so much admiration. Y'all gave these people so much, y'all bigged them up so much because of their title, and then they didn't wreak havoc on you. Look at how many officers, because of their title, they take advantage of the population. They take advantage. Look at how these people that be in these positions, y'all don't even realize who behind a lot of this trafficking stuff that's going on. It's people with top names, top positions, these titles. Look at how people allow the title of being a husband, being a wife. Mostly women do that. They let the titles change the trajectory of everything. You think that because now I'm this title, it's okay for this person to treat me like that because, oh, you're just gonna go through stuff during marriage, so that opens the door for you to let the enemy use your husband, use you, and now both of y'all wreaking havoc on y'all kids because of the title, because you worried about what you show up to society as with these titles, because they trash the baby mamas and they trash single moms, because you don't want to have that title. You stick with that title and allow the mistreatment, not seeing that your kids are watching that very treatment, and now you're teaching your kids how to treat the next generation of kids that they go out here and date because of what they saw going on in their household. I mean, many of us go through it, but because Chrisean and Blueface is the face of toxic relationships right now, both of them have talked about what has happened in their families. Chrisean's sister has came out about what Chrisean's dad did to the sister, molested the sister, beat the mama. And if a man can wreak havoc, or a woman, if anybody, if they can do your kid, if they can do you wrong, of course you're gonna allow them to do your kids wrong. The one story I saw last night, the lady let her boyfriend, I don't know if it was her husband or not, but a man, because like I said, that title stuff mean nothing. That stuff don't. Titles mean nothing to me unless your title is Lord God, the one who created this earth. Titles mean nothing to me. Titles mean nothing to me. It means nothing. Your character means everything. It's the character that go behind that title that hold weight to me. But the lady, she gonna let her boyfriend beat the heck out her son. And so many women do that. So many, it's men that let a stepmama come around and you got her treating your kids less than because she got kids with you now, or maybe she with you and she wants you to prioritize her kids over your kids. So now because you desperate to have a woman, you letting this lady treat your kids any kind of way. All the stories that I hear about stepmamas, man, it irritates me because I just be feeling so sad for people that had to go through that with these step parents. All because the daddy desperate for somebody or using that lady, because a lot of times they be using her. They need her for shelter, for her money. And it goes the other way too. Women desperate for a man, you gonna let this man beat the shit out your son like that? Come on, man, that pissed me off. You out getting they said that the little boy, the boyfriend accused the little boy of stealing his money. And he told the mama get out the room. He told the mama get out the room and he beat the hell out of us and he beat him for days. And the mama let it happen. And then she went to go get her nails and stuff done. She the one who probably took that money to go get her nails and her feet done. Because when they locked her up, I don't know if they locked her up from the nail salon. I don't even know if they locked her up from the nail salon. But I know the reporter was like, and she went nicely in handcuffs with those fresh nails and feet. Like, it's not funny, but he was like throwing shade about her getting her nails, that she had a nice set of nails going into the prison because of what you allowed to happen. Because yeah, they didn't lock her up from the nail salon because they said that she then tried to give him an ice bath to, I guess, wake him up. Like, and I know because I had boyfriends that I had to sneak. I had my high school boyfriend. I had to sneak him in my house. I had to let him be in my house when I go to school because he'd be suspended. I had to let him stay in my house while I'm at school because he don't want to be at home because of his stepfather. The havoc that his stepfather had on wreaking havoc on the wife, on his mama. This is why a lot of these men don't respect women, bro, because of the stuff that women go for the sake of a man. This video that took a whole nother turn, but that just pissed me off yesterday seeing it, and I know it because I've experienced it. That's why I know why a lot of these boys like that, why they hate women, why the women hate men, why women hate other women. I know because of my own experiences and because of other people's experiences that I was close up and personal with. And it just sad to see you let that man beat on your kids like that. And when a man know he can treat you any kind of way, oh, you know he gonna try to treat your kids any kind of way. And it's okay. Because y'all gonna be just like them, end up in the prison for letting these people do this to y'all kids. Y'all gonna go down with them. You're gonna go down with them. Or guess what? In old age, you're gonna be right up in a nursing home like that lady. It's so funny. I was just talking about this in my other video. And then I saw a video on TikTok about the nurse saying how so many parents, so many elders are left in the nursing homes by themselves because kids are sick and tired and don't want to deal with them parents who treated them so bad growing up. Because they didn't took this honor thy father thing in vain and they didn't use it to weaponize and hurt their kids. They didn't weaponize that whole Bible verse instead of taking it and really putting weight on it and understanding the importance of you being a mother and a father. and seeing how you teaching your kids how to love by how you treat them. Because they didn't let the enemy use them. You know, it's just sad. And this is why I pray for all the kids out there and that baby in the hospital suffering now. And honestly, as harsh as it sounds, man, I don't even want, like, he's done with it at this point. You know, they saying that, you know, he might pass. And honestly, I'm not trying to say it in no hurry, but I said, God, just bring baby on home. Because all it's gonna do is cause him, if he don't get severe therapy, he's gonna have a life of destruction because of what has happened to him. Look at these men. Y'all wonder why a lot of our men are crazy, why a lot of us messed up? It's because of what happened to us as kids. What our parents did. What our family members have done. Because it ain't always just our parents, but it's the things that the family, the ones who's supposed to give you the most love, the most nurturing, it's the things that they've done to you. They the ones that's penetrating, messing with the kids. They the ones that's doing it. And then we brush it under the rug, and you wonder why the kids acting out. Why they can't focus. Why they doing this. Like, it's sad, bruh. But this video done got longer than I wanted to. And I done took it to a whole nother different avenue. But at the end of the day, it's still all got to do with y'all letting the enemy use y'all. We all do. We all can easily let the enemy in. Easily. So, you gotta pray for people, you guys. We gotta stop. Don't even let the enemy get to you. Resist the devil and he will flee. Don't open that door for him. Don't open them portals for him to get in. Pray for discernment every day. I ask that God give every last one of y'all watching this video discernment. Use it. Listen to your intuition. That's your gift. If you listen to that, I promise you, you won't get into a lot of these situations that we get ourselves into. We wouldn't open the door for a lot of these enemies that come into our life. We wouldn't open the door for a lot of these demons to use our bodies as hosts. We wouldn't do it. So, until the next time, you guys, I wish y'all have an amazing day. Resist the devil and he will flee. Deuces.